Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about the tools that I use almost on a daily basis in order to be more productive, save time, and focus more on the tasks that are actually relevant in order to improve my business and work on client projects. And the first tool I want to talk about is Slack. And Slack is basically just a simple messenger that has been designed for communication within companies. And there are two main reasons why my business partner and I decided to use Slack within our company. The first reason is that it helps us to separate our private lives from our work life. So just to give you a simple example, it might be that me or my business partner is currently working and there is an important issue that he wants to talk about. Then we use Slack as the platform and not, for example, WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is also often used for, private communication with your friends and family on weekends, for example. And then you don't want to be interrupted by any issues relating to work. So all our meetings, phone calls, text messages about client projects and so on, we do this via Slack. And then we are in control about when we want to be available for work, basically. The second reason is that it makes communication, of course, more efficient than using, for example, email. It's just an instant messenger, so it's more designed in a way to get instant replies and therefore make the communication faster. One tip that I can give is always keep the notifications off, because when you're working, you normally do not want to be distracted in the process when you're designing. So you should decide when you want to check the application, and also make sure that the business partners you might have or freelancers that you are working with, you set the right rules for communicating within this platform. Another advantage that I actually wanted to mention is that in Slack you can have different channels. So, for example, for different subdivisions of your company, we are only a two-man team, but we still use different channels. So we have the channels General, Product, Vertrieb, which is sales and Weiterbildung for trainings and education. And that helps to keep conversations structured and related to a specific problem or topic. The second tool I want to talk about is Zoom. And Zoom is basically just a tool in order to have video conferences with small groups of people, but also with like 30 or 40 participants. And I mostly use it to communicate with clients and to have client meetings, because I try to keep the number of personal meetings low in order to just save time. And this is not only more effective for me, but sometimes also for the clients. Of course, there are advantages to physical meetings as well, but in my field, I noticed that oftentimes it's more productive to just have a video conference. And the way I'm using Zoom is very simple. So let's say a client wants to talk about a specific issue, or I want to set an appointment in order to consult a client. I usually just open the app, schedule a new meeting. Let's call it consulting call and client. Then I say when I want this meeting to happen. I want to add this meeting to my calendar. So now I scheduled the meeting and my calendar pops up. I can decide how I want to save this meeting in my calendar. And I want to save the time actually. So just put it here. And then I can also invite clients to the meeting. So for example, let's say I'm the client inviting myself to this meeting. And what then happens is that the client usually gets an email that an appointment was scheduled, and they can add this appointment to their calendar and just have to click this link in order to start the video conference with me. The third tool I want to talk about is SevDesk. SevDesk is a German company that offers a software where you can create your proposals, create invoices, and also save all your receipts for your financial consultant. I don't want to go too much into detail. You can actually check it out yourself. But this made it very easy for me to get started with bookkeeping actually. And if you have a financial consultant, you can also give them access to this platform, and they will just take all the documents that they need in order to prepare tax returns and so on. And I probably shouldn't show you all the numbers here, but this is actually how it looks like. So you can have your contacts here and your proposals, your invoices, receipts. It has integration with your bank account, so it syncs all the transactions, and you can just take your receipts and assign them to the specific transfer that has happened on your bank account. So that's very convenient. The fourth tool I want to mention is Google G Suite. I don't want to mention all the things that are possible with this platform, but just to mention a few, I really use it to write all different kinds of documents, spreadsheets, presentations. I use it as my email tool and for my calendar, and it makes it very convenient because you have all the things in one place. And if you have a business account, you also have unlimited storage. So it means I can save all my videos and project files and so on in this environment. The next tool I want to mention is Loom. Loom is basically a tool that helps you to record videos of your screen. And one thing that's really convenient is that after you stop the recording, the video is automatically getting uploaded to their cloud platform. And a link is being created that you can share, for example, with your clients. So if you want to train them, show them how something works on your computer screen, that's a very easy and effective way in order to help them, or to also record videos like I'm doing now for YouTube and so on. The next tool that I want to mention that I'm using a lot is one that I showed in another video before, and this tool is called Things. I have it as an application for my Mac, but also for my iPhone, in order to have everything synchronized. And this is where I put my daily to-dos. I use it privately, but also for some work-related things, just to get stuff that's on my mind very, very quickly on a list. Another tool I want to talk about is ScheduleOnce, which is a tool that lets your clients, for example, make an appointment with you. And this is, of course, sometimes way more efficient than sending emails back and forth in order to make an appointment, or just getting a call in the middle of something. So here you can provide the opportunity that your client can make an appointment and choose their favorite time in your calendar, and then you can make sure that you're both available. We're using this on our agency website, but I also use it on my personal website. This tool is synced with my calendar, so when I have blocked times in my calendar, like for example the mornings, in order to work on projects, it will only show the spots in the afternoon that are available. And you can simply choose the day, the time, go on, provide some information like your name, email address, and send the request. I will be notified by email, the client will be notified by email, and automatically an appointment in your calendar will be made. So that's really convenient. The next tool I want to talk about is Webflow. Webflow is a platform that I discovered way too late, so very recently, and it's basically a tool that lets you build websites visually, and Webflow will create the front end code for it. So it's just a very productive way of building websites. I know there are other tools available, like for example WordPress, but Webflow just offers more opportunities to really build a custom design for the specific project. And it's way more fun working with it. And I also believe that clients will be more satisfied if they have a working Webflow website. Because also the environment for clients, if they want to change content on the site, like images and text and so on, is way more intuitive, and it makes it for them just way easier. And that's why we plan on the long run only build websites with Webflow and not use WordPress anymore for website projects. The tool that we use for project management is Trello. Trello is just a simple project management tool which gives you an environment where you can create different Trello boards, and then you can build little cards for a task that have to be completed and move those cards within different columns. So, and I think one of the main advantages of Trello is that it's just sort of an industrial standard. Many companies use it, many people are familiar with it, and it really helps to manage projects effectively and easily. Another thing that I really like about this is that the product team at Trello really keeps the functionalities to the basics. So yeah, you don't have a lot of tools that you probably won't need anyway, and it just keeps the UI, the complete interface of this product really easy, and that makes it also very fun to use. I recently found another tool that I really like. We're not using it yet, but it's called Notion, and Notion has basically the same functionalities as Trello. But the reason why I think that switching to this platform might be a good choice is that it also, as it says on the website, is so all-in-one workspace solution. So you can not only manage projects, but you can manage your teams, create different to-dos, have a sales CRM, take meeting notes, create documentations and reports. So you have really a lot of different tools within this platform. I just played around with it. You can create a test account for free, which I actually did. And if you set up a free account, you can very easily import some templates that Notion has been created. So for example, the sales CRM use this template and play around with the user interface and see how it works and check if this might be the right solution for you. So it seems to be like a very cool platform. I'm not so familiar with it yet, and I'd still try to find out what are all the advantages and disadvantages before making a decision to move to another product. But if you're familiar with Notion, please let me know, write it in the comments what you like about it, what you maybe dislike about it. I couldn't find any disadvantages of this product compared to other project management tools like Trello or Asana. So these were all the tools I wanted to talk about. Just to sum it up again, we talked about Slack for company internal conversations. I mentioned Zoom for video conferences with clients, SevDesk for accounting, the G Suite for creating documents and collaboratively work on documents, sheets, presentations, storing files in the cloud. I mentioned Loom for screen recordings, Trello for project management, Notion as an alternative. I mentioned Things for daily to-dos, ScheduleOnce for scheduling appointments, and Webflow for designing and launching beautiful websites. I don't get a commission or getting paid for recommending these tools, of course, so I really don't want to advertise anything, but these are just the tools that help me to be more productive and basically get things done. Let me know what you think about these tools. I hope there were 2 or 3 that sounded interesting to you and you might consider to use for your own business. There are a lot of solutions out there, and I'm always happy to have some guidance on which tool might work best for specific problems within your company. All right, so thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.